I hope everybody having a wonderful weekend, a wonderful morning. Is I wonder what everybody did for the holiday. Today is what couple more days before we hit December. The festival is about to begin. Good morning, Maserati. Good morning, Maryland. Good morning, Grand Crew. Good morning, Grand Gia. Good morning, River Says. Good morning, Grand Bassa. Good morning, Nima. Good morning, Lofa. Good morning, Bapulu. Good morning, Grand Cape Mat. Good morning, Bon. Good morning, Bommy. Good morning to everybody. I hope everybody having a wonderful weekend today. Today's this the Eagle Talk. I'm in with my host, Mr. Will Donso. I hope everybody having a wonderful morning, Mr. Donso. Good morning. How you doing this morning, sir?
Well, good morning, and it is a pleasure to be here this morning, especially having a wonderful day yesterday. Well, we were home, and we saw that it was probably just a mere day, not uh, a holiday for some of us who believed our future, our dreams were also uh, haunted or hit some of those that led this country yesteryear. So we are looking forward to seeing what we're going to tell the next generation because they will also ask us when there are wrongs and they have not seen improvement. Yeah, so it was good. And let me say thanks to all those who celebrated the day. They believe it was holiday yesterday, and so they celebrated. And I also like to say a prosperous birthday to President Joseph Imamboyka. Today is a birthday. Mr. President, I'd like to say happy birthday to you.
Okay. Um. Also, what we got on the talk for today? What we talking about today? What we talking about this morning?
So, our focus this morning will be on the issue of young people participation within building a nation. What can young people do to build their nation? What role they need to play, and how can they get involved in probably in private sectors or government to ensure that you have a great nation. So that's what we're going to
So,
talk about today.
okay. So what? So I'm gonna put a question to you. What are some of the things that young people uh should do or will do when you know for that question that you just posed or that statement that you just posed that you think is there? Let me give the number. I want to hear from young people and maybe some old people too. The number to call to contribute to this conversation is 0880 732 453 0880 732 453 or 0777 32 453 0777 32 453 to contribute to this conversation.
Hmm.
Do we have the phone?
Yeah, yes, definitely. So, yes, like you put it rightly, there are a lot of
You
things.
as a young person,
Mhm.
you as a young person, what are
You want to
what
know my role, what I need to do.
yeah, I mean, that's a question I always ask people. I have not done it in a long time, and I think I'm gonna continue to do. I'm gonna start to do it again. A young man. When I see young men, I always ask them the question, "What have you done for your country this morning, or what have you done for your country today?" So my question to you right now, since the statement that you just posed, is what do you think young people
Oh,
can
well, yeah. So, firstly, there must be an opportunity, or it is the right of every young person to learn. A young man, in order to form part of building a sustainable country or to help build your country,
you say young man?
you as a whole,
You say young man?
Yeah, as a young person,
No, but no, did you say young man or you mean young person? But when you say young man, so only young man supposed to learn?
as a young person, right?
Okay.
It is incumbent upon you to take the stand to firstly educate yourself. That's the
Okay.
first thing every young person must think of before you can move forward. Because when you're not educated, it becomes difficult to understand the developmental aspect, to understand how you can create your own system to help build your country. Secondly, uh, the mindset of depending on somebody. Young people,
The dependency
yeah,
addict.
yeah, like I'm a young man, want to move forward, but I look up to probably a politician, or I look up to maybe my elder brother to do one or two before I start to move. As a young man, I should be creative, right? As a young person, be creative. Once you have that creative mindset, you will not depend on anybody to
You get a help. You can get help from
you
somebody,
can get a help, but most
not
often,
depend on somebody.
most often, it should come from you, from your creativity.
Mm-hmm. No, no, no,
Let's take for
no, no,
instance,
no, no.
you can establish your own NGO, right? You start to help other young people. You start to
To start an NGO, that's a difference between helping
mhm,
and depending. That's the difference between enabling and startup things. That's a difference. Well, what we're trying to have here is people always give me, 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 give me. Nobody want to, like you said, don't want to be creative in how to do stuff.
yeah. So another issue here is that we put
NGO. I'm glad you said that word. Why is it that people think NGO is the key to doing stuff?
they are private sector, right? These entities
That's not. That don't
so this is it, right? When you open an NGO,
yeah.
and you're going to bring people on board, your creativity within what you have established.
Man.
I want you to understand
No,
this.
no, no. I want you to understand this. So
Once,
young people
once,
don't
once
know.
you open your own organization, once you
What
open,
kind of organization?
it can be foundation. It can
No,
be
see, see, that's the begging. I call that a begging bowl. That's the begging bowl that we have.
a non-profit.
No,
a non-political.
no, a non-profit organization does not build our country. It does not. It does not implore our country. It does not develop our country. It does not. Look at all the NGOs. Mercy Corps. That's how, when Mercy Corps leaves Liberia, right? Mm-hmm. Everything Mercy Corps is doing will go to shit. Excuse my French. NGO does not build our country. NGO does not enable, empower people. That is the mindset that you know the Americans, the Europeans, the politicians thinking that NGO and stuff, that's what's supposed to do it. NGO is just supposed to be there as a helping hand to the less fortunate of our society.
So that alone also,
no,
you are impacting the life of
but I'm saying
people.
But
right?
That's why
that's your contribution to country.
No, that's not that is enabling a society to be dependent on handouts. That's why we are NGO giving you free stuff. That's why we just want just give me stuff and I just sit on my behind and don't do nothing. That is what NGO does. I'm not saying NGO is all bad, but when young people think so, I'm gonna go do an NGO to do no, start up a business, be an entrepreneur, create something, to develop something that is. Hold on, me finish this. Mm-hmm. There's a whole lot of problems we have in Liberia, a whole lot of problems that technology that is out there that we can solve. Young people need to stop being lazy. Let's take, for example, bad boys. Easy, fast, quick money. Easy, fast, quick money. That's why they're doing it, because it's easy and it's fast money. They can just go in. None of them, nobody want to be innovative to go and do something to fix them. That's a whole lot of problems. There's a whole lot of problems we have in our country. That you can be innovative. Once you solve, if you see a problem and you solve the problem, people will buy it. But just because you go start you got young women, and I'm sorry to all the people who I know have NGOs and stuff, and then we can do better. We can be creative on how we do things. There's too many NGOs we have in the country. I have an NGO right now, but I'm hoping that the NGO that I have created, it is not for it to be enabling. This is to help push the government and to push society for us to do better. That's the reason behind my NGO. That when that NGO is not there, that people that will help create innovative mindsets for people to do stuff.
Yeah, so I listened to you, and you spoke lengthily about NGO this and NGO that.
Mm-hmm.
But every young person should understand that from your mind, you should, firstly, once you are educated, the first thing you do is to exclude yourself from a political aspect where everything you want to involve politics. Again, young people should not be, if you want to achieve, forget about money, putting money first. That's one of the things I have seen from most young people. For everything they want to do is money, money, money. But what can you do before you achieved what you want to? What role have you played for which you need money, for which you have involved yourself into politics? And our politicians, right, the government has made the people, the young people believe that they must find themselves in politics before they can achieve, before they can make any impact within the society. And I want to disabuse the minds of these young people, right? I want to say, hey, don't focus on politics. Be a creative person, open farms, right? Go back to the soil, plant your own food, start to sell vegetables. There are so many young people that are doing that. Be a professional person. Probably some of you want to be in a classroom. Yeah, you can go in a classroom, volunteer. That's services to country. That alone can help you. Those you're going to educate, right? They're going to come back tomorrow and build the society. Today, I'm a journalist. What role am I playing to ensure that all of my work impact the life of the Liberian people, make a change to the Liberian people? I must be able to sacrifice to the fullest. I should be able to sacrifice to the fullest that all of the information that I'm going to provide, they should help transform the society. The society must listen, must be educated through it, right? So that tomorrow they can find themselves a better area.
Okay.
So when a young man is innovative,
mm-hmm.
when a young man is creative, you see, like you said, you open your business,
mm-hmm.
you start a business,
mm-hmm.
right? When you start a business, you
employ
other people. You can have your own company as a young man.
Yes.
You can have your own factory.
It is $20 to register your business at the Liberian Business Ministry. So all the young people out there, I'm gonna say this to you. That's what I'm gonna say. If you need a business, if you need an article of incorporation written, contact me. I will write your article of incorporation for the business that you want to open. So you don't have to go pay people $200 something and so forth. If you need help writing an article of incorporation, contact me. I will help you write your article of incorporation. But one thing I want to push back on about saying politics. Politics is something that everybody should be involved in.
Mhm.
That don't mean you have to be actively, but you have to understand politics. The lack of having clean drinking water in Liberia is due to politics. The lack of our education system being dismal is due to politics. The lack of us not having jobs for young people unable to find jobs is due to politics. Anything that happens within a country, good or bad, is due to politics. So you can't separate politics from there. So I'm not going to say, I'm not saying this because, so-called I'm a politician.
Mhm.
I'm just saying that you have to understand politics. Politics is what feed our country. Politics is what move a country. Politics is what get us for us to work together, come up with policies that would be beneficial to a country. So you can't say when people that one thing that I hate to hear people say, "Oh, I hate politics. I hate politics." Or I would tell any young man, you meet a young woman, or you meet any woman that state, "Oh, I hate politics. I don't get involved in politics." Run away from her. She no good. Or any young woman that meets a man and he say, "Oh, I hate politics. I don't get involved. I don't partake in politics." Run away from them. That's a red flag. Don't waste your time with them, because those are people who live in a cocoon world, thinking that everything is in a utopia. Politics is all around us. Anything good and bad in our country, it involves politics. So you can know about politics, get involved in what is happening, but you don't have to per se, oh, don't be against the Wolokolie. You don't have to be that. I love it. I enjoy it. I live it. I breathe it. I eat it. That's not where you have to be. But you have to understand politics in order for you to have a better life, for you to be a better voter or informed voter for who you think is going to better educate you, your children, and make a better future for you, your children, and your grandchildren. So as young people, I'm not saying I'm not saying, oh, you have to be or Mengistu Wolokolie. But you just have to know what is going on within your country. There are people who don't know nothing that's going on. In a sense, we blame the politician them who in the Constitution say the Constitution state that the 1986 Constitution state in it that the Constitution should be taught in all schools.
And you only have some schools that are doing so.
Yes.
The civics.
Yeah.
But bulk of the schools
don't do it. Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. They are not teaching civics. Who
do you blame for that?
They are not explaining the Constitution.
Yes.
To the young ones that are coming up.
Yeah, but who do you blame for that?
You blame the Ministry of Education.
There we
the
go.
Government.
So yes, Minister of Education. Who appoints the Minister of Education?
That's the president.
The president. So that's politics, right?
You blame the government. So this is the reason why I was saying politics, young people nowadays getting involved into it. Today, if you look at our country, how many young person you see having their own industry, their own companies?
You don't.
You don't. Most of them, you find them beyond politicians.
Yes.
Most of them find them
because
at the end of the day,
politicians want to make the young people stupid, dumber, so they can follow behind them.
That's why smart, very intelligent.
That was Liberia that you see people. If you look at our education budget, right? How they take money, they reduce the education budget, right? The Minister of Education, I think she is trying to do what she can with the budget or with the hand that she is dealt. because you've been a legislator, one who allocate money for education. But if you go around the world, in America, they do cut back on education. In the budget, when Congress passed the budget, they spend more on defense than they do on education.
Mm.
So it's kind of the same thing we kind of have here, just on a smaller level. But it's on young people to start asking that question. What's your education plan? They're looking right now, the Monrovia City Mayor or the superintendent for Monserrado County. Where is the education plan to improve education? Or the Painesville City Mayor, what's the education plan to improve the stuff? Have the city mayor gone to all the schools? Let's say Monrovia City Mayor, have you visited all the schools in Monrovia, or Painesville City Mayor visited all the schools, spoke to principals to ask them stuff? Does the mayor of each city have a budget from each principal in the public schools to say, hey, this is our budget? The principal saying this is our budget. Right now, if you go and ask a principal at the public school right now, they're not able to tell you what's the budget for the school is. Right now, most principals do public school he cannot tell you how much they need to operate their school. They don't.
So there you still don't know what to do, because those who are responsible to do these things, they are not doing it. So I keep emphasizing on young people, right? Because this is our topic.
Mm-hmm.
This is a topic that every young person who's listening right now need to get involved into. They need to. So another aspect is that how often do we make plans for the day? Yeah, because when you wake up in the morning, some of us, we wake up, and once we wake up, we just get out. We don't make plans. There are no plans, right?
Mm-hmm.
For me, when I wake up, right, I jot down probably 4 or 5 stuff that I want to do
Tasks.
in a day. Yeah, and of the 5 or 4, I want to achieve 2 or 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to achieve 2 or 3.
Okay.
Once that is done, I believed I'm progressing step by step. I'm moving step by step.
Okay.
So the ones have filled in, I'm going to go back and say, what can I do here to achieve it? So young people, when you wake up in the morning, don't just wake up, yeah, you sign a cross, you pray, and you get out, you think, do everything.
But who help themselves.
Yes. So you set your plan, say, okay, since India I'm going to work, I want to, in the water sector, I want to make an impact there. In the, maybe, where there are other areas within your work site that you need to improve. And say, this is where I want to focus this time, on this day. But we don't make plans most often. There are no plans. So as a young person, when you wake up, firstly think, what am I going to do out there? How am I going to do it? Where am I going to do it? And who are those are going to do this too? Right?
Yeah.
So that's why I said creativity is what can build a young person.
Agree.
That's why when you are going to school, you have to be very much smart. Yes, you can make all the 90 or all of the hundreds, right? But the concept of understanding, grasping your lesson well, and of course implementing it after you should have left, that becomes a very impactful in your life. Because after education, it depends how you use your education. There are so many people who went to school, right? They graduated, but yet and still, They cannot comprehend on or think out of the box. They still think in the box. So you find out they get stuck to where they are. They cannot move. Except somebody come and tell you and say, let's go this way. But as a young person, you need to be creative. Once you are creative, you're going to have your own. You're going to have your own factories.
Hold on.
You're going to establish a foundation to help.
Mr. Donson, don't create a utopia. Let's be honest.
So let's keep announcing the numbers for those who are listening.
The number to call is 0880-732-453, 0880-770-32-453, 0777-32453, 0777-32453. But that's like I said, just because people have to understand, because you feel here, you feel this, that don't mean that you stop. The true essence of a being is to when you feel, how you get up is what matters. Not how many times you feel. Not how many. But we have to get away from the mindset that as soon as I put my hand in there, and when I do it, it should flourish right away. Bam, I should be making millions of dollars. Most of the millionaires you see, they were about 50, 60 years or 40, late, maybe early 40s, late 40s, late 50s, early 50s before they struck their success.
Yeah, but they started from
but I'm saying, but the mindset is that I don't want you to, the way you're saying it, as so you creative, you make it right away.
No.
But that's what
being creative doesn't mean you made it. Once you are creative, once you are creative, right?
You are saying
it depends what you're going to establish or what you're going to create.
I agree.
How you going to
agree? I'm just saying how presenting it to the young people right now is sounding like, oh, once you create it, then you will make money. It's called working towards that. Working towards it. You are going to fail. You will get some disappointment. You get people who people will betray you. You get people who you would think that they are on your side, and then they will stab you in the back. Think of that. But keep your head up, keep moving, and you will be okay. Just keep working at it. That's the saying. Once you do what you love, you never have to work a day in your life again. Once you do what you love, you never have to work a day in your life again. You will be working, seeing like a work. You'll be like, this is my passion. I'm enjoying it. I'm using metaphors. All right. But I just don't give this rosy picture of things just happen as soon as you do it. I understand what you're saying. I'm just trying to pull you back into let's tell the young people what really could happen. You have to work hard. You must work hard. You must. It's a must. Anything you get easy in life, you will lose it easy. If you work hard for it, you will appreciate it. You'll be grateful for it. You'll be like, oh, I can't just spend this money over here like this just because, oh, I know what I work hard for to get here. I'll give my prime example. I'm retired. People say, oh, you don't want to, you mean you don't just give your money away like that. I tell them, when I was sitting in the sandbox in Iraq, Afghanistan, Philippines, and other places in 150 degrees weather, getting shot at and stuff, were you sitting next to me before you tell me I'm gonna just give my money to you like that? When I used to take the steak and burn poo-poo and start staring poo-poo of 800 and something men, were you standing next to me for me to do all that? That I'm just going to take my money and just give it to you? People say, oh, you can't run when you know, oh, that man can't, he want to run for president, or we're gonna go to him to get all stuff. I tell them, say, you ain't gotta vote for me because I don't give you my money. You ain't gotta vote for me, no problem. My life will still be okay. That young people get that out of their mind because somebody said for political office, so oh, I'm gonna go get my own choppy.
So that's where I want to come in. The minds nowadays of young people, they have grabbed the concept of money.
Yes.
For everything they do, right? Their focus point is they should be rewarded.
Yes.
And what they should be rewarded with? Money. Whether somebody tell them thank you over, they may just say thank you. I think you will eat. That's the problem.
Yes.
That's why I said young people, that concept of hey, when Abraham get me water from the well, I should give him money. No, it's not everything that should be paid for. Not everything a young man do that should be paid for, right? A young person should always, like you said, work hard. It is your work that's going to pay you tomorrow. What you're doing there, somebody is watching. Somebody is there watching.
Let me give a testimony on what you just said. I remember this a couple of years ago. I have forgotten about this. But I cannot. I hope my mom can. He was an ambassador in Gambia. He became my godfather. I remember. Can I remember his name? I'll ask my mom. I remember years ago, in the 90s, when I was he had asked me to do something for him, and I went and did it. He said, "Oh, can you go do something for me?" And I went and did it. And he wanted to pay me, and I'm like, "You want to pay me for what?" I said, "Nah, you don't have to pay me. You asked me to do something, I did it. It's not a pay for you to pay me." And I just know I didn't think about it because that was something my parents instilled in me. Just because you do something for somebody,
they should
pay you. So I always had it in my back of my mind because you did something for me to pay him. So when he came to pay, I felt as I got older, I started remembering as a young child. I felt offended that he offered to give me money. And that happened. In the long story short, when the war, everything took place, I was going to live with him in Gambia to go to school. I think just from that interaction he became like a father, my godfather. I know my mom, if she listening, I know she don't think I remember this. I remember this a long time ago. A few years ago, it kind of came back to me, but I always forget to bring it up to her. To just now, when you started talking about it, that's when I kind of remember it. You know. So imagine if I had taken money from him or been like every young person, what the knowledge and stuff that I gained from him, I wouldn't have received it.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I was just trying to give a testimony. Sign up.
Yeah, so please just announce our numbers.
The number is 0880-732-453, 0880-732-453, 0777-32453.
Yeah, so
please call your contribution to the show. We're having this conversation to the young people. Any of your old person, please call into.
Yeah, so one of so like you say, if you are interested in the talking point this morning, you can make your input by dialing the various numbers. Yeah, so this is a question I would like to pose to most of the young folks out there. How many of them have worked and somebody paying them and they rejected it? How many?
Explain, please.
Yeah, so let's take for instance, I work for Mr. Wolokolie. Mr. Wolokolie wants to give me money for what I did, and I said no, I don't want. Like you explained, you work for.
No, also when he asked me to do something.
Yeah,
I can't remember what it was. He asked me to do something, and I was like, "Nah, you didn't have to pay me."
So this is a question.
That's what you mean in the
this is a to the young folks, my peers out there. How many of them you have done something for somebody, and in return they want to say, "Oh, this is something you said." Oh no, I did it because from my heart. I did it from my heart. How do you, so this is a challenge, right?
Yeah,
this is a challenge. Yes, and so another issue here is about discipline.
Let's make it a little bit fun. I want to play that. If a young I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yeah, so that's the question.
Yeah,
if any of you have done it, I just want to hear it. Yeah,
but they can say let's find the older person that they did that older person testified to that.
Yeah, yeah. So I have done it. Yes, I have done it several times. So even radio station I work with, it was a lawmaker. Imagine I worked 4 years and I did not receive a dime. Yeah, so that alone have always given me the passion. Even when you give money or not, I'm not concerned. The most important thing, I should be able to do what I think I want to do and what I desire of, what I'm passionate of, right? So the issue of discipline is something most young people again. Yes.
The number to call is 0880-732-453, 0880-703-2453, 0777-32453, 0777-32453. So go ahead, discipline. So when you listen, right? I know some people look at discipline as whooping. That's what people think discipline in Liberia. That's what people consider discipline. So break down for me what you think discipline is, and I will break down what I think discipline is. See, your floor is yours.
So discipline, from my understanding and what I've learned, is about respect. It's about respect. Respect any other person that comes before you. Being loyal, and your action, your behavior, the way you behave. Today, when I see, let's take for example, I think we have a call. Yeah. I talk to that person. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning.
Thank you for.
My name is Lawrence, and I do join you for 2 or 3 days.
Okay, let's hear you. Please walk away from your monitor.
Please walk away from the radio.
Yes, so I was in the room.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, what I want to say is, what I want to explain is, we the young people today, we work for people without salary. But it depends, it has reason. If another person or anyone asks me to perform a task for them, it is not on the basis of business. When you just ask me, please help me and do this for me, I will do it without asking you to pay me. And if you want to pay me, I will refuse it because you asked me for the initial stage without discussing about it. But if you ask me, please do this for me, I will give you this, and I do it. It is bounded because for the initial stage we discussed about cash, about pay. But if you don't bring anything about pay, I will not be depending on something because I know that I'm doing it as a gesture. I can't gesture to you, I'm just running out selling to you. And I have done that several times. preparation. So I feel on the last year, I will be coming from my village going to the town and say, every person having a look on your head. It is like tradition, it is bounding coming that I have the elderly person just to look on his or her house without paying me because it is a culture. So it is not every young person in like paying money for work for free.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you for your. I appreciate it. Thank you for your contribution.
So, yeah, so like he said, so please announce the number before I can.
0880 732 453 0880 732 453 0777 32 453 0777 732 453.
Yeah, so I was on discipline.
Yes.
The way you behave. Today when I meet Esther, do I present myself? The way you present yourself determines whether you are disciplined. The way Mr. Wolokolie present himself to Wilfred determines whether Mr. Wolokolie is disciplined, whether he's respectful, whether he's loyal or not. Right? So today, when you go out there, yes, there are young men and women.
Okay, so that's your
that's
your aspect of what discipline is.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me discipline comes in doing what you don't want to do, knowing that it is hard, but you doing it expecting a better result. Let's take for example, like I think the last show we talked about when Miss Joy was here. We'll talk about when I said something about President Weah.
Yeah, sure.
President Weah was disciplined in getting to the stage that he wanted to get to, because he did not do the drugs, the promiscuous behavior, the drinking. He was out there training every day.
Mm-hmm.
Out there training. He had coaches and stuff who saw the greatness in him on the pitch, that he was doing what he was supposed to do. That's what he did. He forego the stuff. When you look at the Liberian national team right now, how disciplined are the players? Lone Star, how disciplined are they? I have seen some of that at the entertainment center on the weekends when they're supposed to be training. I've seen some of them doing things they're not supposed to be doing. Right? When we look at people working in certain aspect of things right now. Let's say young people you got a young man who said he wants to open a business. But what he does, they buy the goods, but you over there using the goods for yourself instead of you making sure that the goods is protected to be sold, but you using it. But you say, oh, because I'm hungry, so I'm eating it. Or I'm using it because I need it. Mastering your craft is discipline. Loyalty and respectfulness are two different things. Discipline is when you know that, man, I don't want to get up this morning. There's something right now I'm going to be doing this week, today or tomorrow, that I don't want to do. There's something that I have to do, I don't want to do, but because of discipline is what making me to go and do it. I'm talking about me personally right now. Going to go doing when I was a soldier. I know I needed to. I had my PT test. I wanted to make sure I scored 300 on my PT test. A month before my PT test, I was running, doing the push-up, the sit-up every hour on the hour, so I can score 300 on my PT. So I can I can come up on top. You putting in the hard work for going to partying, for going the stuff, making sure you're not taking the easy way out, making sure you're working hard to put it in the work.
Mhm.
That's what discipline is. Loyalty, honesty are three different things from what discipline is. Discipline is when you look deep, you gotta look deep down inside you. When your whole body is telling you, say, no, don't do it. That discipline is that police officer on the street that have the discipline that when somebody car, that car is that does not have the sticker
Mhm.
that is 2 years past registration. Then the person says, the little thing, right? Let me pass. That discipline will be like, nope, everybody get out of the car. Even though you know your other buddy over there taking it. Even though you know that if you do that, they're gonna try and do something to you. They're gonna say, they may have 200, that may go find somewhere. You will be castigized from the rest of the other police officer that are taking bribes, but you standing your ground to not do it. That's discipline. Discipline is that AFL soldier who out there doing the right thing, making sure that he is not that discipline is that the AFL service members, men and women, that people know that you cannot go and bribe or AFL soldier. They say we know we can bribe the police. We respect the AFL soldier, but we don't respect the police because the police they want all doing that. Because the police, the Liberian National Police are not disciplined. That when you know you see a car that is fully registered, but because you want to stop there and get money and stuff, to say, oh, the ground is not level, and chief the men in here or they're in the sun. Discipline. If you a police officer, you say, okay, I'm not getting paid enough. I'm gonna quit the job to go find something else.
Something better than this job.
Something better than this job. That's discipline. Then which means you put in your country first. I would say this. When I retire from the army, I still have about 10 more years physically I could still go. I'm still in physical shape, but mentally I was not there. I was not there for me to do it again. I didn't have that. I didn't have that discipline to say
To stay in the army and say, I want to
continue serving. But my heart was not there anymore. I didn't have the will to say I want to be waking up. I still wake up early, but the fact that I had to go and do a PT, I had to go answer to this person. Mentally, I was not there. Physically, yes, I can still run past a PT test. I can still do it, but mentally, I couldn't do it. So that's that thing. That's where that digging deep down inside, when you know you can't do it, your body is weak, but your mind say, mind over matters. I'm going to do it.
keep believing in yourself.
Believing in yourself to say you can do it. That's what discipline is. Digging deep down inside. Honesty and integrity and all that stuff, it comes along with you. It comes along with when you lack discipline, you will lack integrity. As you are disciplined, your integrity level raises. Your friends and stuff around you goes decrease. When you have too many friends, you lack integrity and you lack discipline. I will say again, if you have too many friends,
so somebody will ask, on what basis you are saying too many friends lead you to not having an integrity
Because when you see somebody who everybody, oh, well, that's my friend, that's my man, stuff, because you trying to please all those people, so they're all around you because you're trying to please them. When you are a straight person and you doing what is right, people will fall off and say, man, I can't deal with that man. That man he's too straight. When we say in Liberia, when somebody's straight, they say, man, too technical.
Yeah.
Right?
He wants to act too smart.
Yes. That's the kind of person that, as a young person, you should want to be around. That's what you should strive to be, especially in our society. That's this thing we have. I did a speech a few months back at a church. I said there's three kind of in my speech. I said that the Greek defined people back in the days. They have the idiots, the tribesmen, and the citizen. In our country, people tend to say that we have more idiots and tribesmen in Africa than we do citizens. I'm not using idiot as a bad, when it was saying it wasn't like a bad word like the way it is now. It was just that people who said they didn't like politics, people who say, I don't listen to nothing, I don't listen to news, people who only care about themselves. Then we got the tribesmen who only do stuff for people. Oh, that's my tribe man over there. That's my fraternity brother over there. That's my Greek brother, or my this brother, or my this sister. That citizen are the ones that who people not standing in the street and pissing in the street. Who when you do trash, you put the trash in your pocket, or you took it to a trash can and put it in it. Those are citizens. So those are the things. When you become a citizen, then you are disciplined. You're not disciplined, then you are either an idiot or a tribesman.
So, folks, that's it. You can announce the number. We don't have enough too many times to sit, so probably we can have some maybe 3 or 2 callers.
Yeah, I don't think the people want to call it. People are scared to talk about this topic. So 077 732 453, 0777 732 453, 0880 732 453.
So, young people, that's it. Like, you listen to Mr. Wolokolie, you listen to me. Yes, you can disagree and agree. It's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is it. That's how we should put our mind.
But young people, when you start talking to them, I mean, that talk we will eat.
Yeah, yeah. You will not eat talk, but it depends how you present yourself. It depends how you go there. It depends what you do and how you do it. Because if you don't know how you're going to do it, right, you will keep saying, "Oh, but that thing I will eat, that thing I will eat."
Another organization, another organization that lacks discipline, the Student Unification Party, and the POSA. They all lack discipline. They all lack discipline. They have no discipline. Zero discipline I have seen from them. I know people who will hear this show, listen to this show, get mad at me when I say this about them.
What do you say? So people say they fight for the right. They move for the right.
What right? You tell me. I want people to tell me what have Soup or POSA done that have changed policy in this country.
Not just this country, but the very
what policy?
The very university.
Name something.
They have not. For me, I have not seen something different that they have done. That you have seen a change at the university.
No, they haven't done anything that have changed at the university. They haven't, because they are all about themselves, self-centered. How you call yourself Student Unification Party, but you stopping the education of majority of the students by demonstrating? How do you care about the people that Soup is kind of like Hamas in Gaza? That's what I consider superimposer. They're like a terrorist organization that you harming your own people that you tend to say you're fighting for. Yep, I want anybody from Soup to tell me what have they done that can say that the demonstration, the protest they have done has improved the life of Liberian or the University of Liberia. The University of Liberia still look the same. The students don't, the glass on the windows are all broken and stuff. Teachers still using chalkboard. The university also opened a month ago, right?
School should have opened
On the 18th
of November.
November.
Yeah. First it was October.
Then now it was November. Then now they're gonna go to January
next year.
Yeah. What education plan that the Students Unification Party and PROSA to say this is their agenda? They always want to put their mouth into political business that they have no idea, no understanding about, because they lack the discipline. They're trying to be in everything instead of master the one thing that they're supposed to master to improve the life of their fellow students and themselves. They do not do it.
Yeah, so we're hoping we can have one of them to ask them all of these questions. What have been their achievement? What they're going to do? I'll talk to the former chairman, even the current chair.
Yeah,
they're going to grant me the platform.
Tell them to come on the show.
So, folks, we are out of time, and I'd like to say to every young person, it is up to you to make it right or to make it wrong. It is also up to you to be creative, disciplined. Yes, you can get involved into politics, but how do you go into it? That determines whether you're going to achieve greatly or not. So again, I'd like to say, every person, it is up to you to decide what you want to do for your country. Liberia will not take you from here and carry you out of to carry America or whatever. It is what you're going to do for Liberia, what you're going to do for the society. That's exactly what's going to pay you. So again, I'd like to say thank you to all of you. Like you see today, some people are there. You see how others are celebrating, how people are jubilating because of what they have done in our country, right?
Yes.
So it is what you're going to do for Liberia. It is how Liberia is going to pay you back. So again, I'd like to say thanks to all of you, and let us keep united to build our country.
So everybody listening out there, thank you for listening. Thank you for being a part of our radio show. It's a pleasure to be here. You could have been anywhere listening, but you took the time to listen to our show. To all the young people out there, my question to you, what have you done for your country today? Like Mr. said, take 3 to 4 things in your daytime and say you want to accomplish this. Put Liberia first. It's all about Liberia. We have to build Liberia. It's on us as Liberians to build Liberia. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Africa, and God bless Liberia. Black Eagle out.
Mengistu, Wolokolie, aka Black Eagle, and the esteemed Dr. Ku-Wor, prepare to serve us on Liberty 88.1 FM.